All right, away we go. Into maybe what is the final area? All right, so could be a problem. Could not be. You're just cool like me. All right. Anyways, well, right up there actually. It's our final world. It's kind of crazy how feels like it's, I don't know. Doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it's been a little bit of an adventure, and also another colored like fur for you guys. A little bit tougher, I think. Oh my god, is that Brunhilde? We haven't seen her in a hot minute. I'm curious, okay? Oh yeah, another invincible enemy you can't kill. We didn't have the golden feathers last time, but one of the only times you see this bull again, so. Hi, Brunhilde. What do you got for us? Some Grunhilde's favorite pastime is bursting boils. This poor guy called Greasy Grant was her first and only boyfriend. When she was younger, Grunty used to have a mad vulture as a pet. I mean, that sounds kind of cool. Just me? Alright. What do you mean I can't get that? No, I got it. Hold on. Okay. Hey Banjo, you're looking glum. It must be hard being so dumb. It is, thank you for asking. Okay, that's fine too. That's fine too. Oh my god, come here. Alright, there. What in the absolute flabbergast? Okay, there we go. There's a note ogre, but we don't want to bother with that right now. Guess once again, this world is probably skippable in a sense, so. The better view of this whole area, this hill we gotta go on. But we have to obviously get to the puzzle, or the picture frame. But if you remember from all that time ago, I even spent a whole little time dedicated onto it. You heard the song again. It's very similar to one we've heard a long time ago. And let me tell you, when I did that the first time as a kid, holy shit, man, that was, I don't know. And I kind of said, like, as a kid, my head just thought, like, you know, that's just something that would, it's just like a super secret level, or they left this in as like a not a real portion. But no, it is a part of the game. It is a part of the level. Something that's clearly intended to be there. It's just, I don't know. I guess I was at that moment where it clicked with me, where I'm like, holy shit. And I kind of wish that the game did that more, because they don't really have, that's the only early instance of that. You get such like a tease for the final world so early on. And it's something that I find super cool. Anyways, down here, it's probably going to be our most important one, which is right outside Clanker's Cavern. But conveniently enough, actually it's very close to where we need to go and put our puzzles, our jiggies, so. Actually, here, I can go grab the yellow feather here, right? Yeah. I think it'll get refilled, because actually we should probably go do that as well since we're down here. That's why I didn't do it in between recordings. Also, I didn't, reset. It's still the same day as Rusty, so. Let's actually go do that first, because I will save it for going into the final world. Let's go get that yellow feather, so I'll just cut in. We've already seen this a few times, so I'll just go into the sand castle here. Here we go. Alright, and 20 gold feathers you get now, maximum it's 20, which, oh, she had something unique to say, oopsies. Oh well, we got the 20 gold feathers, so, neato burrito, right? But, all that being said, now we got all those upgrades. The last time we'll see Cheeto this game, so. Now let's go to that puzzle piece, well, right across, hi Josh, can you talk? Right across the way here. I don't know. This is just such a cool, like, finally, like, coming full circle moment, but... Yeah, I don't know. The part of the magic of the game probably just being a kid. Having that kind of sense of magic for me, I guess, too, so... There's something there that I don't know, it's hard to replicate now. Clearly, so... Oh, but yes, the final level. Click Clock Wood. Not one that you'd think would be a final level, but... Hell it is, you know? Yeah, okay, well, I'm trying to open up this level. Cool. Alright, finally up this hill we go. Click Clock Wood. Is there anything behind here? No, say maybe a mumbo token? That seems like a wasted opportunity if you ask me. Oh well. Y'all ready? Welcome to Click Clock Wood. So, there's 4 areas you can go. All of those doors are closed. Woo! I'm gonna be upfront with you. This is my favorite level of the game. Oh, it's so cool. It's such a unique idea. But if you can now start piecing things together, the click clock in Click Clock Wood is referring to the time and the seasons. So, let's see what we're going after, because, well, we see this little switch here. And lo and behold, we got something to do. So, at least we have an entrance to start at. Grab these notes here. Just like listening to this music, it's a good song. And even better, when you go inside. Oh, the spring version. Huge. Anyways, what's up, Robin Hood? Die. Hey, welcome to Click Clock Wood proper. This is the springtime variant of Click Clock Wood. Looks very much how it looked like in our picture. So, once again, like most of these worlds, there is our central area being this giant tree. And there's a lot to do around this area, but it's a very, again, center-focused world. There's those snappy guys. Just don't worry about it for now. But they will hurt you if you try to get close to them. They're avoiding some stuff here. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot I like about this level, but I will just save that for somebody who's never really experienced this fully. And to why? Oh, somebody's vacuuming outside my apartment. That's awesome. Perfect time. Probably won't pick up unless I talk, so... Oh, or fall. Alright, so... I don't know why they show that the first time you kill one of the birds, but they work basically identical to how our worm friends do, but they're birds. They're equally annoying though, so... This is another one. I would save that honeycomb. We won't go on the tree yet, just because I want to explore around here. So we got this little pond, and you might have saw him over here. More friendly NPCs. Back to having friendly NPCs. Somebody move this boulder, naughty. Can't get in his house. So, little beaver friend is stuck. We can't do much with that right now, but that's something we're gonna have to keep a move on, a reminder in. Okay. Got a lot to do. And I'll put a bullet back. Why they put this guy in the first world than the last, but you know, it's something. Here is also something a little bit odd, but what you're supposed to do is fertilize the ground. You know, there's actually a lot more times you use the pooping eggs than I remember. I, for some reason, thought there was, like, none. So, like, no time you used it for, but... Alright. Well, we grew that plant, but I'll tell you much, there's not really much we can do for it. You might be wondering, like, what are we doing? And that's a good point. But, we'll put a pin in that for now. Like with everything else. So yeah, they do a little bit different. I do lie about the birds. They kind of do a one, like, attack. I'll show this one maybe on this side better here. So he does this, out, and then he hits 1, 2, 3. Like, so he hits the sides. A little bit, like, slower, but you gotta be careful. Oh, I thought he did it. Kind of just did 2 beats back to back, but what I've noticed, it usually does 1, 2, it does 1, and then it does, like, the 3 chomp, so... Just so you're aware. Damn, I didn't mean to get that, but you want to be careful over here as well because these are thorns. Anything new? My brow field makes you yelp, and loss of life, it sure does help. Oh, hi, Mumbo token. I don't need that. Why am I trying to go for it? Weird little bramble field area. Not that useful, but anyways, here's Mumbo's house. And if you remember me talking about it, there's 25 Mumbo token, and we have more than enough. So I actually am going to do the brave thing and not go into the form right away. But I'll just kind of show you here then. Grab the eggs, might as well too, because we could use that. So, all right. Careful, you should be able to make this jump, no problemo. And then to get out, you're gonna want to go to the left over here. Once again, if you just don't want to walk in the boots anymore, you just cancel it out, because you really only need it for that little section, so... Alright, now... Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay. This guy sucks actually right here, I will pick. You wanna... Getting him is tricky, I gotta be honest. You gotta time that perfectly. But if you're good, you'll be fine. I want to make sure I go around and get these notes because you'll want to grab a lot of them. Okay. So I think with that being said, though, we actually almost did a full circle of this world already, surprisingly enough. So the only thing left to do is to climb the tree, but Josh, you also will say to me, we haven't gotten jiggy yet. That is very true, my good viewer. That's okay. Okay, feel that way. Alright, I want to grab, I'm sorry, trying to grab the eggs because maybe we could use some. Alright, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, there's the entrance again, so we have now come full circle, but now you want to start climbing. It would be in your best interest to do that. And you're gonna need to talon up here. And so there's also some attractions as you kind of move upwards, which, once again, a Mumbo token and a life if you really want to, but I'd say don't bother with it, even though I went for the Mumbo token. Don't listen to me. Do as I say, not as I do. And this is why this level can be tough. Oh lord. And also why I said to, for the love of God, leave the house. Falling can be detrimental. Yeah, these birds are a little bit trickier than just the slugs. Their hitbox is a little bit different. Not being giant-ass dudes, they're a little bit more smaller. Okay, I'm actually glad I didn't get a lot of these honeycomb because that'll be nice to grab. Also, for me, it also does remind you which ones you've hit or not sometimes. If there's a honeycomb sitting in front of it, you know you obviously took care of that enemy. That's why I take care of it. I don't want to accidentally get jumped later on the repeat climbs up this way. Overall, it saves you time and just saves kind of that sanity or something, so to speak, just to take care of them as you go, right? So, also maybe be a little bit more careful and hug closer to the wall than I did. So. Alright. So there's another Mumbo token here, and there's a beehive, but I'm gonna, so I don't accidentally fall in there, you can't get in there. Gonna need the world's transformation here, but yeah, anyways, kind of this whole jumpy little puzzle again. You're gonna have to weave in and out. You've seen it before, it's just a little bit more difficult now, as you would imagine, with a lot more at stake. At least it's not an insta-kill, but it could be. Could be bad. Could be very, very detrimental. Breaking that guy, but honestly, honeycombs would be good too if you made it this far and need something already. Don't need that mumbo token, not gonna bother with it. Just say, honestly, so many of this stuff is just like bait for you to try to go out and do some dangerous platforming. What am I doing? I want to go back down here, actually. Because obviously there's not much. You could be lucky, and I actually think we're directly above the pond. So you could actually get lucked out and fall down there, but that's only about, like, what, a little quarter of this area of Click-Clack Wood, so... Boom. Cool. Aha, and finally, why we need to traverse up here, part of the reason, is the summer switch. That opens up summer. And if you kind of already got it, you might have already an idea of how this is going to work, but regardless, I'm going to go inside here. Hello. Chomp, chew, nab nut like acorns, I'll just eat a few more. Alright, cool. That already more friendly people than in Rusty. So. How many Mumbo token? God dang. You saw any Mumbo token that I got in this and you're like, I forgot an orb. That seems too annoying to try to get. Oh, you're fine. You start handing them to me like free. That's really it. Not much we can do right now with that lad, but good to know he's here. Alright, now be careful with the jumps here. Another slide could be difficult and dangerous and deadly. So don't do it. And once again, weird spot to have. Okay. And this bird nest that you might have saw in the picture frame or just upon entering this world, it's pretty iconic. Alright, up top. Break it open. Wow, be eerie, mighty eagle. Need sleep now. Alright. Well, have a good nap, bud. Alright, this is a fun part. Trying to survive this. Okay, sorry, almost there. Oh lord, that sucks a lot. Hold on. We're good. Look at that. Safe and sound. You don't panic. Because look at that. If I would have panicked, that would have been damaged. But look at that. I came out and all I did was waste like a minute of time. I just gotta get back up. And that's okay. You're about to like put your head on like the walls of this. This can be something that is easily done. So just careful yourself, hon. I'll cut back to that. Hopefully I don't fall again. That'd be awkward and embarrassing. Ow! That sucks. Oh gosh. God, I keep falling. I keep fucking up. But anyways, I'm gonna go grab this honeycomb piece that I got. The honeycomb up top dropped earlier. Back to where we kind of were at already here. Alright. You do want to make sure you get some mad momentum with that lift up here, but hi, Green Jinjo. Anyways, there's a reason I did all this. You have to break this door, and you have to climb up top at least once. Anyways, welcome to like the top of the tree with kind of just a weird little area here, but a lot less weird knowing that you can just break all these things. But finally our first Jiggy. Is this gonna be a long world, you ask? Well, absolutely it is. Alright. Oh, there's another one-up up there, I just saw that. Is there anything else up in here? Kind of a little weird area you don't really go to. Guess there's, nah, you know, I don't really need the one-up. Okay, the only other thing we can do, I would recommend doing, is going back to Mumbo's, so go do that. Here, I'm gonna get a little closer. Bye-bye.